Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi. I just wanted to explain really quick, if you hadn't noticed, that I've been trying to color code my videos. So the green color is going to be if I did a 4-3 or alternate day fasting routine. I'm not sure what 5-2 will be yet. Haven't done that yet. But and then if there is a 6-1 week where I only fast one day, that'll be purple. If I do extended fasting, that will be blue. And then who knows, maybe I'll have some more categories, but just wanted to put that out there, trying to keep my videos organized for people who are looking for a specific thing. Anyway, so I just want to talk about my past week, and the last weight that I reported was the October 23rd weigh-in. I was at 178.6, and then October 31st, I was at 180.1. So that was a, 1.5 pound increase. So yes, I was up, and I was actually expecting that, because if you watched my last video, that week I was actually down like 3-point-something pounds, which when I have a swing, like a big swing down, I usually expect to rebound a little bit. So that was normal. And also I added sugar back into my diet. Nothing like crazy, although Halloween was crazy, but that was after my weigh-in. So anyway, but yes, so that's why, and it's totally fine. I am slightly out of my goal range of the 170s, but I'm on track. I'm working on it. I'm being mindful. I don't feel like I'm out of control. And really, this is just, this is a lifestyle. So, you know, there's going to be fluctuations, and there's going to be times where I'm up. There'll be times where I'm down. I have the rest of my life to figure things out and figure out what works best for my body. And that's what I'm doing. So, along those lines, I wanted to mention that last Monday, I actually had an unplanned modified fast. So on Mondays, we have a homeschool co-op where I get together with a few other homeschool families, and the older kids do a writing class and the younger kids get together and play. And we were going to be having nachos, and I knew that, and I wasn't planning on eating them because I thought it was just going to be the nacho cheese with some corn chips, and that just wasn't too appealing. But then when I got there, the girl who had the cheese also had made some really yummy, authentic refried beans, and some guacamole. And I was like, you know what, that sounds really good. And I was just like, you know what, this is my life, and I'm not like trying to lose a bunch of weight right now. So there's just no reason why I shouldn't be able to participate in this moment. So I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And I did not count the calories. I didn't calculate them. There was really no way of doing that in that moment, but I just kind of eyeballed it. I think I know enough about calories to basically know what around 500 calories is. So yeah, I just kind of eyeballed it, and I just sat there and enjoyed the moment, and it was over. And you know, I did get a little more hungry afterwards, because that's kind of my experience with modified fasting, is it will just increase my appetite temporarily, and then it'll go away. So it's fine, you know. But that's kind of the difference between making this a lifestyle and treating it like a diet. And so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, because I think it can really make the difference between success and failure for a lot of people. Like, if you treat it like a diet where it's really hard and you're trying to restrict yourself too much, and you're just trying to like push to get to that goal by this date or by this vacation or whatever it is, like, I totally understand that mindset because I've been there. But if you want to make this a lifelong change, you kind of have to let go of a lot of that and just treat it as a lifestyle, to where you work it around your life. And even if that does mean that the scale goes up temporarily, like, you just make peace with that. And I think that makes a huge difference in whether people succeed or give up. I really do. I mean, for instance, like this past weekend was Halloween. Like I said, I had a hugely indulgent day, and it wasn't even the Halloween candy. It was just like a bunch of other things because I had made butterbeer like from Harry Potter. So had some of that. I had made Rice Krispie treats. Someone brought over donuts. Someone brought over cupcakes. And there was the Halloween candy, which honestly is not that tempting for me anymore. So I did have like a couple of my favorite pieces, but like that was it. So it wasn't the candy, it was just everything else. And I think it was because I had been off of sugar for a while. And so it kind of, anytime you restrict a lot, it can lead to binging. And so there was a little bit of that. It wasn't binging in the sense like that I was just going all crazy, but there was a lot of stuff available, sounded really good, and it just kind of, cascaded a little bit out of control. But it was just one day, and I was like, you know what? Tomorrow is a new day and it's fine. Like, we can just get back on track, right? And so that is the difference between now and in the past, where I would feel like, oh, well, I had this terrible day, so I'll have a continue for the rest of the weekend. And then the next week, I'm like, I'll start over next week, like just pushing it off. And then it ends up being months of just overindulging and feeling terrible. And then, you step on the scale and you're up 25 pounds. Like, this has happened to me in the past. So, and when you're thinking about like diet versus lifestyle, like, is intermittent fasting a diet? Well, no, it's not, because in the definition of diet, you have two kind of possibilities, right? You have, well, are you on a diet because you're trying to lose weight? So yes, that's true. Like, we're doing intermittent fasting often to lose weight. However, the restriction aspect of dieting is, counting calories, taking foods out, which, you may choose to live a certain diet. Like, you may be on the keto diet or a vegan diet or a vegetarian diet. You can do all of those things with intermittent fasting. You can also be on a diet and intermittent fast, whereas, talking about like restricting calories and stuff, totally don't recommend that. Not only does it make it unsustainable as a lifestyle, but also it can backfire for your weight loss. There's been so many studies done that just calorie restriction over time does not work, and it is not actually helpful for your metabolism. So it will lower your metabolism. And with fasting and intermittent fasting, the way it works is that you have to cycle in those periods of not eating at all with eating really well and making sure you're eating enough. So, and that doesn't mean that you have to eat a ton every day. That means that just over time, you are listening to your hunger and you are making sure that you are getting enough. And so one day you may be less hungry than another day, and then you're really hungry the next day, and you just go ahead and eat more, and you go ahead and eat less if you're not as hungry, and not worry about it. It's all about learning how to trust yourself, when a lot of us have not trusted ourselves at all for a very long time. And that is hard to get past. But that is the beauty of intermittent fasting, is that it allows you to get on that path where you start to listen to your body again, and your body starts communicating with you again. It's almost like before, when you've been in these diet spiral cycles, the yo-yo dieting, it's like your body doesn't even know what you're trying to do anymore, and it's kind of working against you, and you're in this constant like friction battle with each other. And so with fasting, if you allow yourself to just go ahead and listen to those cues again, then you can start to trust your body again and have that good relationship with your body and with food that a lot of us have lost. And so I think it's really important to note that just you really want to get away from the diet mindset if you want to be successful at fasting. And that doesn't mean that you can't live a certain eating style, you know, like you can combine fasting with any pattern of eating, whatever you feel like works best for your body, and that will be great. You know, that's perfect. I think we all need to figure out what kind of foods our bodies work well with, and it's going to be different for every person. So, you know, just letting go of that idea that there's one perfect way to eat, but just recognizing the benefits and the beauty of intermittent fasting and how it goes beyond weight loss. It is so much more about health and longevity and all of that, and just having a peaceful, good relationship with food and your own body. I think that can't be understated. So I just wanted to go ahead and share that message today. And also I'll mention that next week, my video is going to be about continuing my experiment with hormone building that I talked about a few weeks ago. I am in my cycle again, so I have some more information to share about that, and I'm just going to keep on trying to figure that out and do what's best. Sorry, I think my camera is kind of shaking a little bit. So yeah, that'll be my next week's video, and I hope you guys are well, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks, bye-bye.